Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about the most difficult courses in nursing school and why they are difficult. These are some of those courses that everyone, like almost everyone, finds it difficult when in nursing school. Me, I'm also finding it very difficult to understand. So the first course is anatomy and physiology. Anatomy is a branch of biology which deals with the study of the structure and parts of organisms, while physiology deals with the function of the structure and parts of these organisms. Like for example, we have different body systems. We have the nervous system, we have the reproductive system, we have the respiratory system, we have the cardiovascular system, we have the excretory system. So for example, let's start with the nervous system, which consists of the spinal cord and the brain. In anatomy and physiology, you'll be studying the brain. You'll be studying the brain of an adult, the brain of babies, the brain of different other organisms, and you'll also study the different parts that are found in that brain, the functions of the parts that are found in the brain. You also study the human body, you study the skeleton, the functions of the skeleton, you study the different types of bones that are found in the skeleton and their functions, their location. So the reason why this course is very difficult is because of diagrams. There are so much diagrams in anatomy and physiology. You have to draw diagrams of the eyes, diagrams of the brain, diagrams of the skin. One reason why the course is difficult is because it is very broad. The course is very broad. I guess this is one of the courses that in my country you need to do from level 1 to finish university in nursing. So the course is very broad. There's a lot of notes, a lot of diagrams you need to draw, a lot of research you need to carry out. So the course is really broad. So the second course I'll be talking about is microbiology. Just from the name microbiology, originally I'm talking about the study of small organisms that cannot be seen with the naked eyes unless you use a microscope. You can as well use a light microscope or an electron microscope to view microorganisms, which includes bacteria, parasites, protozoas, such as amoebas, phagogyra. And two, this microbiology is very important because it teaches about the importance of microorganisms. Though these microorganisms also have their disadvantages, but in today's video I am only to talk about the reasons why these courses are difficult. So for microbiology, the reason why microbiology is very difficult is because it is broad. Microbiology is very broad, and also it is not easy to draw. It is not easy for drawing. It's just the same, it's just almost the same as anatomy and physiology. Microbiology have a lot of diagrams I need to draw, and two, in microbiology you can easily get confused. You can mix the constitutive agent of a bacteria to the constitutive agent of another bacteria. So you see, you need to be very vigilant. You need to be able to put your things in order. You need to be very alert. You don't need to let anything distract you. That's the reason why this course is very difficult. It's not like fundamental nursing or public health that you can easily find your way around it. In microbiology, if you easily lost or miss a class or miss anything that the teacher is saying, know that you're lost. Like you're lost unless you're a fast learner, or might be you're someone you have a private tutor. So the third most difficult course that I know most people are crying of is biochemistry. Just from the name biochemistry, you know that this is a combination of biology and chemistry to study living things. So one fact about biochemistry is that biochemistry is very difficult. You and I know that, but for some people from the science background it won't be difficult for them. But if you're from the art background or the commercial background, you testify to what I'm saying, that biochemistry is definitely difficult. What they teach in biochemistry includes periodic table, bonding, electronic configuration, molecular formula, how to calculate. They teach acid base, they teach indicators. But the reason why this course is very difficult is because most people don't understand the basic. Most people don't understand the beginning. Most people don't understand the beginning of the course. And you know, if you don't understand the beginning of a course, you won't be able to understand inside of the course. It will be very, very difficult for you to understand the inside of the course. So it is very, very good if you try every possible means to understand the beginning of the course. The beginning of the course, they have the periodic table, periodicity. Most people find it difficult to even identify the groups and the periods of the periodic table. They are confusing. Most people don't know the periods and the groups of the elements found on the periodic table. Most people don't know how to do the electronic configuration. Most people don't know how to do bonding. There are three types: ionic, metallic, and covalent. Most people find it difficult to do those bonding. So if you don't know how to do those things that are the beginning, the middle one will even be the worst, because you know from the beginning they'll make it more easier so that you should understand before them getting into the main thing. And if they get into the main thing without you understanding the basics, know that you're finished, because it's not going to be easy. And in most universities, you don't repeat a course. Like in most universities, you cannot graduate without having all your courses. You must have all your courses. And just assume that if biochemistry is your main problem, your only course which is disturbing you, you need to do as much as possible to pass that course in order to go to the next class or in order to graduate. If you don't know, ask your friends. You have one or two friends to be able to do it. The last course I'll be talking about is medical law and ethics. Medical law and ethics is very, very difficult for me. I would say for me, because that's the course that I don't actually understand. It talks about the law of your country, the law that governs nursing, the law that backs up the patient, the law that backs up the nurses. It talks about your country. It's just like citizenship. And it's also just like history. They talk about rights, family, sexually transmitted infection, and so they usually talk about the right of the children, the small things. One thing that is very difficult about this course is that you need to be able to memorize dates. You need to be able to memorize dates of events. You need to be able to memorize names of names of people, like names of the ministers of your countries and their occupation, ministers and ministries. You need to be able to know their names and know what they do. You need to be able to know those things. So that's some of the reasons. Those are some of the things that is very difficult for the course. For me, those are some of the things that is very difficult. So we have come to the end of this video. Please, if this is your first time watching my videos, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to comment below if you have any question.